women's final of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship Qualification Tournament, and myself, Jerry Smith, here talking you through this game, and it promises to be an exciting encounter. The South African team, of course, will have the support of the locals, and the Algerian ladies, of course, defending champions of Africa and represented the continent at the 2016 Paralympics. If you missed it, the game that preceded this one was the bronze medal game between the South African Sasol Mawila boys and the team from Egypt, and the North African country of Egypt claimed the bronze medal with a 53 points to 50 win over the South African Mawila boys. But now it's the chance for the South African Sasol Mawila girls to try and take away the gold medal and become the African champions. And these two teams, of course, vying for that one position that will book themselves a ticket to the 2018 IWBF World Championship for men and women. So all to play for here, and we're just about to get underway. Coach James Matetwa there barking out some last minute instructions to his team, and they will now get ready to take up the action. This broadcast brought to you by Sasol, proud sponsors of wheelchair basketball in South Africa, and Algeria in possession with their number 9, Jamila Kemgani, and she plays it to number 14, Samia Abdilela. So Algeria out to a 2-0 lead, and South Africa's Miska Kamaldeen will have possession now, and she will look to play it in towards Moeng, but Moeng had her back turned, and South Africa turn over the ball, and Algeria will have the put in. Algeria's danger player is their number 9, Jamila Kemgani, and of course their big tall number 15, Narain Boublal, and Boublal has possession as she converts, and Algeria out to an early 4-0 lead. So South African Mawila girls will need to really defend for their lives here if they to upset the reigning African champions. And Dudu Gwaza now will put up the shot, doesn't drop, and Jamila Kemgani picks up possession, passes it towards the number 14, Abdelali, and Abdelali is unable to get it. Moeng now puts up the hopeful shot, but it finds Danea Mosemi, and with Moeng down in the key, the possession will be with South Africa, helped there by Sahim Abdelali, and Mandisa Nkungo passes the ball to Dudu Gwaza. Dudu Gwaza into Miska Kamaldeen, but she lays it off to Moeng, and Moeng is fouled as she goes up for the shot, and that foul is called on the number 14, Samia Abdelali. So Moeng now, can she get South Africa on the board and bring the score back to within 2? First one doesn't drop. Second shot goes up, doesn't go. So South Africa yet to open their encounter in this first quarter of the ladies final here in Durban. Camila Kemgani breaks in, and a good defensive play there by Miska Kamaldeen deflects the ball out, but Algeria will have the put in with Sahima Abdelali. Abdelali finds Jamila Kimgani. She launches it across to Bublau, and the big tall Bublau takes Algeria out to a 6-0 lead. The Algerian ladies have been just as dominant as their male counterparts in this tournament, and South Africa will have a tough game here. Moeng unable to convert. So now away come Algeria. Number 6 for Algeria is Yamina Gul, and the ball deflected out there by Kelebokhile Moeng. So Algeria have the put in as Ralph Reynolds, the assistant coach, runs onto the court to help Mandisa Nkongo back to her chair, and Algeria have the put in, but South Africa will take the opportunity to call a substitution, and onto the court will come the number 13 Linda Bosele, and also the number 10 Aviwe Ngoni, and off comes Miska Kamaldeen and Dudu Gwaza. Yamina Gul unable to pick up the ball there from Jamila Kimgani, but the ball deflects off a South African player, and Algeria will have the put in. Welcoming all our viewers from around the world watching this ladies final here at the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship Qualifiers, coming to you from the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre in Durban, South Africa. And a special shout out to our viewers in Algeria supporting their men and women in their finals this afternoon, and not to forget, of course, all the viewers from around South Africa. Linda Bosele puts up the shot with the shot clock down to 5, and despite the efforts there of Aviwe Ngoni, South Africa turn the ball over. So early pressure here for the South African ladies as they find themselves 6 points down, and we've had 3 minutes in this first quarter. Kimgani puts up a long pass to Narain Bublal, and she is unable to hold on to the ball, and Algeria will have the put in with Samia Abdulali. Abdulali will play it to Bublal, back to Abdulali. Shot clock at 9. Kamina Gullo will have the opportunity to play in Abdulali, and she makes the shot count, and Algeria with the ascendancy right now in this early stages of this final, and South Africa battling to stem the tide of the North Africans. Great awareness there by Jamila Kimgani, putting in Abdulali, and her shot is missed. Rebound picked up though, and Linda Bosele will pick it up, hands it over to Moeng. Moeng looking for support, finds Bosele. South Africa work their way over the halfway line, and Bosele will throw it into Moeng. Moeng just about controls it. Will look to set something up. Shot clock at 6. Bosele will have to put it up, and it doesn't drop, and the ball goes out of bounds. Algeria will come away with it with Yamina Gul. She finds Abdulali. She puts up the shot, in and out from Abdulali, picked up by Moeng. Kelebokhile Moeng drives down the side of the court, and she'll look to try and penetrate the zone, but good defensive work there by Jamila Kimgani, and Moeng's shot picked up by Kimgani towards Yamina Gul, and the Moroccan referee stops the play, and Mendiza Mkongo is blown up for the foul, which is her first, and Algeria will try and extend the lead to 10 points here in this first quarter, with the clock at just over 5.5 minutes to play here. Number 11 for Algeria driving into the key there was Davia Samati, but the South African player Aviwe Ngoni on the floor, and Ralph Reynolds, the assistant coach, puts his back out trying to pick her up, and might need the assistance of the medical staff. All right, and South Africa back with possession now. Moeng and Algeria lead by 10. Moeng now in possession, puts up the shot, picked up by Yamina Gul, and she will find Abdullali. Abdullali will bring the ball up over the half court, finds the Algerian captain Kim Ghani, and she converts, and Algeria 12, South Africa 0. 4 minutes 40 to play here in this first quarter, and South Africa battling to get on the scoreboard at this stage. What can Kelebukhile Moeng do? Finds Bosele. Bosele puts up a wayward attempt, nowhere near the basket, and fortunately for the South Africans, they pick up the loose pass from the Algerians, and will have the opportunity now to try and get themselves on the board. Linda Bosele unable to pick up the pass there from Aviwe Ngoni, and they've had the Algerians straight back on the attack, and Bublal unable to convert on that occasion. So South Africa struggling to gain momentum here in this first quarter. What can Moeng do? She finds Bosele to Ngoni. Ngoni puts it up, and South Africa up and running as the local supporters cheer on the Amawila girls. Samina Abdullali drives the ball up over the half, and she finds Camila Kimgani, unable to convert, picks up the rebound, plays it out to the number 8 there for Algeria is Fatima Bouzidi. South Africa will have the possession, and coach James Mteto calls for the timeout. So 10-point lead here with 3 minutes left, 3 minutes 18 left here in the first quarter, and Algeria have started very strongly. South Africa need to put up a good defensive performance here today as the Algerians look to clinch a back-to-back African championship. Just a big thank you to our sponsors once again, Sasol, for their support of wheelchair basketball in South Africa and for making these live pictures possible. And we do hope that you are enjoying our coverage of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualifiers as Kelebukhile Moeng for South Africa drives towards the key, but met by a wall of green defenders, and the ball is tipped out by the Algerians, and South Africa will have 11 seconds to try and get themselves further points on the board. Moeng drives in, finds Linda Bosele. Can she make one count? Shot goes up, doesn't go in. Second attempt also unsuccessful, and well picked out there by Bublal, and she launches it across to Abdullali, but Mandiza Mkongo puts in some great defensive work there, and forces the Algerians to start again from the baseline. And nice sportsmanship there shown by Jamila Kimgani as she acknowledges the efforts of the number 9 there, Lungile Nglela, and Boblal takes the lead now to 12. South Africa 2, Algeria 14. What can Maweng do for South Africa? Drives into the key, opens up nicely, and unable to convert. Bosele unable to convert, and good work there by the number 6 for South Africa, Maweng. And South Africa now 10 points down, 4-14. Algeria looking to put further pressure on the Amawila girls as Yamina Gul converts, and Algeria 16, South Africa 4. Maweng brings it up once more for South Africa. Gets over the halfway line, closely watched there by 2 Algerian players, but she finds Evire Ngoni. Ngoni looking to get it back to Maweng, and she finds Bosele instead, and Bosele will need to make this count. She does, and it's now South Africa 6, Algeria 16. The score on our monitor is not quite correct there, and the scoreboard is shows that South Africa have 6, Algeria 18, as Boblal converts. So stop, and Congo is assisted by assistant coach Ntombi there, and with 1:06 to play in this first quarter, South Africa have it all to do at the moment, down by 12 points, but Evire Ngoni brings it up now, passes it to Bosele. Bosele plays in the number 9, Lungile Nglela. Nglela is unable to get the shot in, and Jamila Kimgani now starts another Algerian attack. Yamina Gould. Kimgani. Great rebound there by Linda Bosele, and off goes Maweng. Maweng looking for support. Plays it out to Linda Bosele. She plays it to Mkungo, who finds Lungile Nglela, and a foul's called. Moroccan referee indicates that number 11 for Algeria, Davia Samati, commits the foul. So 15 seconds on the shot clock. Linda Bosele looking to work her way in, puts up a shot, doesn't drop, and Abdalali picks it up, and it's a race there for Kimgani, and her pace is too quick, but she misses that attempt. South Africa with Maweng once more, trying to make something count. Nglela, she spins, lucky not to get the half-court call there, but that will bring the quarter to a close, and the Algerian women out to a 12-point lead, and South Africa with it all to do in the second quarter. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back to the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre as the second quarter of this women's final is just about to get underway. Algeria have the ascendancy right now as they lead the Cecil Amawila girls from South Africa 18 points to 6. The main prize here for these two teams would be the qualification to next year's 2018 IWBF World Championship for men and women. So all to play for here for the Cecil Amawila boys and the ladies from Algeria. Linda Vosele plays Maweng. She puts up a shot, doesn't drop, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Algeria will have the possession. So the Amawila girls will need to put in a big defensive performance in this quarter so that they can stay in touch on the scoreboard with the Algerians. Mkungo doing good defensive work there. Maweng trying to make it difficult for Abdulali, and Abdulali's shot bounces out of bounds, and good defensive play there by the Amawila girls, and that sparks some action from the crowd as they try to get behind their home team favorites. So Maweng, Bosele, but deflected away, and the number 14 for Algeria, despite her best efforts, is unable to keep the ball in, and Samia Abdulali putting in some good effort there. South Africa will effect a substitution, and onto the court will come Dudu Gwaza and Miska Kamaldeen. Off goes Kelebokhele Maweng, and number 9 Lungili Nlela. What can Miska Kamaldeen do for the Amawila girls? She will be trying to make something happen here. Shot clock sounds, but the referee's wave play on. Dudu Gwaza, can she make one count? Doesn't fall for her. Yamina Gul picks it up. Abdulali ends up on the floor. Algeria possession, and coach James Mtetwa calls for the timeout. Just once again, welcome to everybody tuning into this women's final here in Durban. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of this 2017 edition of the IWBF Afro World Championship Qualification Tournament, and all of this made possible by our proud partners, Cecil. Big thank you to the Hampshire Hotel in Belito, as well as Jared Travel and Tours for the logistics. Thank you to the City of Durban, the eThekwini Municipality, as well as the Kwadakuza Municipality. Special thank you also goes to BlackRock Security, to High Tech Therapy, MediPost, Romachem, and of course the phenomenal production team here of TV, sports and news productions. So big shout out to all those partners. The South African spectators here in the stadium starting to find their voice, and they will try and keep the Cecil Amawila girls motivated and keep them in this game. Algeria with the put-in. Abdulali finds Yamina Gul. She launches it towards Bublal. Bublal and Busele will fight for it. And the Moroccan referee has called a foul on Linda Busele. So Algeria will have a put in. And that is Linda Boselli's first foul. Abdulali was looking to pass the ball into the key there, but the Algerian number 11 there is Davia Samati, ends up lying in the zone. So as soon as a player lands up on the floor, specifically in the key area, the referees will stop it immediately to prevent any serious injury. So Yamina Gul puts up the shot, and she takes Algeria up to a 14-point lead, and we are now 2 minutes into the second quarter, and South Africa struggling to cope with the powerful Algerian attack. Miska Kamaldeen throws it towards Mandiza, happy face in Congo. She finds Dudu Gwaza and Mkongo, local Durban players, and Miska Kamaldeen puts up the shot, and the rebound is plucked out of the air by Bublal, and she will find the ever reliable Kamina Gemgani, and the proverbial commentator's curse there, as she's unable to make her attempt count, and she promptly is knocked onto the deck by the number 10 for South Africa, Aviwe Ngoni, and no call though by the referees. Substitution South Africa, and Ndiza Congo will take a break, and onto the court comes Dineo Mosemi. Linda Boselli into Dudu Gwaza. Gwaza puts up the shot, bubbles around, and drops for her. So South Africa narrow the gap to 12 points. Can they make life difficult here for Algeria? Good work there by Dudu Gwaza and Dineo Msemi and Aviwe Ngoni, but Msemi lets Yamina Gul slip away, and luckily for South Africa, the rebound falls to Dudu Gwaza. Gwaza brings it over the halfway line, finds Msemi. She tries to play it back to Gwaza, but is stripped of the ball. Good defensive work there by Yamina Gul. Ball goes to Abdulali, hits her on her back. Gwaza picks it up, struggles to break herself free, but her wayward pass doesn't find Linda Boselli, and the dangerous Jamila Kimgani will launch it towards Bublal. Unable to pick it up initially, but gathers the rebound after the shot from the number 11, Davia Samati, didn't drop. So Algeria 22, South Africa 8. Can the Amawila goals make something happen here in this possession? Plays it through to Dineo Msemi. Doesn't drop, and nobody picking up Jamila Kimgani, and she will convert. So South Africa not picking up the runner, and if they not more aware of that situation, the Algerians will make South Africa pay. And good work there by Abdulali, and she plays it towards Kimgani. Foul called though on the South African number 4, and that is Miska Kamaldeen. So side ball possession. Ball will be inbounded on the baseline by Jamila Kimgani. South Africa will call off Aviwe Ngoni, bring on Mandisa Mkongo, and will take off Linda Boselli for a rest, and Kelebokhele Moeng back into the action. Abdulali with possession, closely watched by Dineo Msemi. Kamaldeen working to put Jamila Kimgani under pressure. She does, but the ball falls kindly to the Algerians, and Kimgani will not miss too many of those opportunities. Dudu Gwaza struggling to pick up possession. She does. Comes over the halfway line. Plays it out to Musemi. Closely watched though by Yamina Gul, but stoppage as Gwaza tries to get herself back up. Straps herself back in, and South Africa will inbound the ball here with 4 minutes 52 left on the game clock in this first half. Shot goes up, doesn't drop. So can Algeria pull out to a 20-point lead as Abdelali looks to drive into the key. Plays it instead to Jamila Kimgani, who nails the three-pointer, and Algeria 21-point advantage as South Africa battling now to make anything count, unable to penetrate the Algerian defense. Good solid defensive performance by the Algerian ladies. South Africa not getting into the zone, so relying on some outside shooting, and with the shot clock winding down, South Africa will lose possession once more as they commit the 24-second shot clock violation. Abdelali now for Algeria. 4 minutes left of this first half. She's watched closely by Dudu Gwaza, and her pass towards Jamila Kimgani goes out of bounds, and South Africa will try and mount an attack here with Miska Kamaldeen. Nkongo plays it to Mawing. Mawing gets over the halfway line. Closely watched though by Jamila Kimgani. Gwaza to Kamaldeen. Fakes the pass and puts the shot up. Doesn't fall, and Miska Kamaldeen puts in a great effort there to try and strip the ball off the much bigger Narain Bublal. Bublal collecting a knock there, but I think Kamaldeen was out of bounds, and Algeria now come away with it once more. Abdelali. Closely watched by Kelebokhile Maweng. Dudu Gwaza will not want Abdelali to have too much possession. Foul called on South Africa as Narain Bublal tries to get a shot up. Fouls on Miska Kamaldeen, and that will send Narain Bublal to the line for 2 free throws. First shot drops, so Algeria 22 points up. Algeria 31 plays South Africa 8 as Linda Busele checks back into the game, and off comes Miska Kamaldeen. Maweng for South Africa. Can she make something happen here? South Africa desperately trying to get some points on the board. Linda Busele drives into the key, and South Africa up to 10. So the South African player down is Mandisa Mkongo, and she's assisted there by coach Tombi Ntobela, and in comes Abdelali to give her a helping hand there. Abdelali will bring the ball up, will look to play the ball to Jamila Kimgani. Kimgani drives past Maweng. It opens up for her, doesn't make the shot, and the effort there by Bublal doesn't drop. Yamina Gul's effort doesn't drop. South Africa pick up the possession. Janelle Musemi, can she drive in? but closely watched there by Jamila Kimgani. Yamina Gul will play it to Narain Bubla, and she won't miss from there. So 2 minutes 20 to play here in this first half, and it's a 23-point lead for Algeria, 33 to the South Africans 10 points. And don't forget, folks, immediately after this women's final, we will be broadcasting you the final game of this 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualification tournament, with a massive North African derby between a very impressive Morocco and the defending champions Algeria. Dudu Gwaza for South Africa in the meantime, unable to make it count. The ball is tipped out by Linda Busele, and Algeria will bring the ball up. Yamina Gul will inbound it for the Algerians, and she will find Jamila Kimgani. Kimgani closely watched there by Maweng, but she pivots and gets past Maweng, but Nkongo covers for her, but Kimgani gets away, and nobody's watching the number 11, Davia Samati. Shot goes up. Maweng though picks it up for South Africa. Will look to find Mosemi. Mosemi back to Maweng. Can Maweng get the shot up? She does. Rebound falls though to Abdelali. Abdelali brings the ball up for Algeria. Maweng reads it well, intercepts it, launches it across to Linda Buseli. She controls herself, slows the play down, and will look to set up either the shot or get one of her teammates into the zone. Dudu Gwaza penetrates, and she converts, and South Africa narrow the gap down to 21 points. The South African crowd trying to get their ladies up and running here, but the Algerian women are putting on a master class performance here, and Abdelali takes the Algerians up to 35, South Africa 12, as the drums start beating here in the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre. Dudu Gwaza for South Africa. What can she come up with for the Amawila girls? Works away to the left-hand side of the key. Finds Maweng. Maweng drives in. Can she make a count? Doesn't drop. And that'll be the end of the first half here at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre. And Algeria looking very comfortable so far. And they will take a 35 points to 12 lead here into the second half, and we will be back here at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre in the next 14 and a half minutes time. Don't go too far from your screens, folks. Still lots of action here in this game, and of course later Algeria coming up against Morocco in the men's final. The rest of this game, and South Africa will have the inbounds with it all to do in the second half, as the Algerians looking a little bit too strong for the South African girls at this moment, but can the South African ladies do something to get back into this game? Kelebukhile Maweng with the ball. She finds Dana Mosemi through to Linda Buseli. She puts it up and is fouled immediately by Narain Bubla, and she will go to the line. Narain Bubla, the Algerian number 15, had 14 points in the first half, and the captain of Algeria, Jamila Kimgani, had 11 points, and for South Africa, Linda Boselli had 4, and Mandisa Mkongo had 4. So South Africa 13, Algeria 35. Good work there by Moeng, picks up the rebound, but shot is wayward, and Jamila Kimgani will try and get past Danao Masemi, who ends up fouling Kimgani, but the Angolan referee, Mr. Michel Paulo, calls Masemi for the foul, and she's helped up there by Tombi Ntombela, and Kimgani will inbound the ball from the side. Our referees for today's game is Aya Ahmed from Egypt. We also have Faisal Saoud from Morocco, and Michel Paulo from Angola. So Abdullali puts the Algerians up to a 37-13 lead, and at this stage looking like they will defend their title that they won in the home country of Algeria in the city of Algiers in 2015. And Moeng unable to pick up the ball there from Boselli unable to pick it up from Moeng, and the ball's tipped out of bounds by the Algerians. So Mandisa Mkongo, she will inbound it to Moeng, closely watched by Abdullali. Linda Boselli working away into the key, puts up the shot. South Africa 15, Algeria 37, and once again a hearty warm welcome to all our viewers tuning in from all over the world, especially our friends in Algeria. And I know, reading all the comments during the week, we have a large viewership in North Africa, and we do hope that you are enjoying this exciting wheelchair basketball action coming to you from Durban in South Africa. Dudu Gwaza unable to convert, but Mandisa Mkongo doing some good cleaning out work there. Hands possession to Moeng. Moeng will put up the shot, and the Amawila girls eking back the lead to within, well, the 20 points. So a little bit more of that needed by the Amawila girls, and they need to make sure that Jamila Kimgani doesn't have a free passage to the basket, and that was the case there. But fortunately for the Amawila girls, she was a little bit wayward in that attempt. Masemi back to Moeng. Can she make it count? She can. So just like that, South Africa back down to within 18 points. So a good passage of play there by the charged up Amawila girls, and that's gives the Algerian coach the opportunity to call the timeout and try and get the composure back for Algeria. James Mtetwa, the South African coach, a very animated individual, and he's talking to Dudu Gwaza there, whilst Tombi Ntombela gives assistance to Linda Boselli with her wheelchair. Just a reminder that immediately after this game we have a huge match here, the final of the men's competition, and the two North African giants, Morocco and Algeria, will go to battle here in the kingdom of the Zulus, and it promises to be an epic encounter, so don't go anywhere. You need to watch that game. Narain Bubla for Algeria, trying to add to her 14 points she put in on the board in the first half, but she's fouled there by Linda Boselli. Jamila Kimgani will inbound for Algeria. Will pick it up back from Bublal, and she will look to set herself up for a shot, but it opts to play it towards the number 14 Abdullali, but a couple of deflections, and the last touch was off Abdullali, sorry, South Africa will now inbound it. Kelebokhele Moeng brings the ball over the halfway line for South Africa. Looks to drive. Puts it in the key, but loses her grip on the ball. Bounces kindly back to her, and sets it up. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Linda Boselli will need to get the shot up as quick as possible, but ball stripped off her by the impressive Abdullali, who's having a good game here today. And Abdullali converts for the Algerians, and back up to a 20-point lead for the Algerians. But South Africa working hard in this early stages of the third quarter. Dudu Gwaza turns, looks for help from her teammates, struggling to make anything happen, but she gets into the key, puts up the shot, rebound picked up by Bublal, and she launches it across to Abdullali, and once again Abdullali will have the option to take the Algerians up to a lead, but she misses that attempt, and ball bounces kindly for the South African Amawinula girls as Linda Boselli picks it up. Kelebokhele Moeng to Dudu Gwaza. Players stopped as the player Abdullali is on the floor. Substitution, South Africa. Onto the court will come Eviwe Ngoni. Off the court goes Mandisa Nkongo. Dudu Gwaza with possession, hands it over to Kelebokhele Moeng. Moeng trying to get past Abdullali. Good defensive work there by the Algerian number 14. Dudu Gwaza now drives towards the baseline, is unable to find anybody penetrating, and she will need to put the shot up with the shot clock winding down to 3, and she does, and South Africa up to 21, and putting a bit of a fight in here in the first half of this, the third quarter of the women's final. 21 points, plays 39 to Algeria. Good anticipation there by Moeng, and she comes away with it for South Africa. Finds Boselli, she will find Gwaza. Gwaza will put up the shot, and South Africa now 23, Algeria 39. Algerian coach asking his teammates to calm down and play with more composure and not to panic. They still, of course, have a 16-point lead here, but a spirited fight back by the South African Sasol Amawila girls, and Algeria through their captain Jamila Kimgani bring the ball up. She fakes one way, goes the next, but finds her number 14 Abdullali. Back to Kimgani, and she thinks about the 3, but then drives towards the baseline. But good work there by Dinam Mosemi. Kimgani though finds Abdullali, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Hurried shot, and as Bublal puts up the shot, the shot clock sounds, and South Africa will have an opportunity now to narrow the deficit down to 15 points. Linda Boselli having issues with her wheels, and so stoppage in play will allow the teams to have a quick timeout, and with 4 minutes 22 to play here in this third quarter, the South African Sasol Mawila girls slowly working their way back into contention, but still a mountain to climb here against a very strong and dominant Algerian outfit. And onto the court for Algeria comes Nebia Mahimda and Yamina Gould will join her, and also the number 12 is Keira Zahiri. Kelebokhile Maweng passes it to Linda Bosele, and her shot doesn't drop. Can she pick up the rebound? Initially managing to hold on to it, but it slips out of her grasp, and Algeria will have a put in, and the South African assistant coach comes in to assist the Algerian player Nebia Mahimda, and decides to put her wheel on and leave her lying on the ground, and the Algerian will resume her defensive position. So Kamgani now finds Mahimda, Nebia Mahimda on the ball there for Algeria, closely watched by Maweng, and good defensive work once again by Danae Musemi. Is having a fantastic game this afternoon. Dudu Gwaza to Linda Bosele, but Gwaza allows Zahiri to knock the ball away, and Bosele tried to strip the ball from Jamila Kemgani, and a foul is called by the Egyptian referee Aya Ahmed on Linda Bosele. So Bosele finds herself on looks like her second foul there, and Algeria will mount another attack here. Jamila Kemgani puts up a three-point attempt, and it's successful, and Algeria out to a 19-point lead. 42 plays 23 here at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre in Durban, South Africa, and the South African ladies come back at the Algerians. Can Bosele make anything happen? Aviwe Ngoni working hard to spread the play. Bosele to Dudu Gwaza, has to throw up the shot as the shot clock comes down to the 3-second mark, but the Algerians with a quick counter attack, and Kemgani now extends the Algerian lead to 21 points. Dudu Gwaza plays it into Kelebokhele Maweng, and she will bring the ball up into the Algerian half. Finds Dudu Gwaza. Gwaza will set herself, will pivot, and is blown for the 3 seconds violation. Took too long with possession there, and of course, for those of you not too familiar with the rules, every player that's in the zone on the offense is not allowed to, inverted commas, camp in the key, and they have 3 seconds to get the shot up. So Algeria now with possession, with Zahiri. She works her way towards the key, lays it off to Kemgani. She sets herself up behind Yamina Gould, Mahimda, and the Algerian number 12 Zahiri called for the 3-second violation. 2 minutes 5 to play in this third quarter. Can South Africa keep their momentum going and stay within shouting distance of the Algerians? Maweng puts up the shot, doesn't drop, but Bosele picks up the rebound, it doesn't drop, and second attempt also unsuccessful, and eventually falls to Musemi, and she will give it to Maweng. Decides to calm things down. Bosele will have to put up the shot with the shot clock winding down. Doesn't drop, but good work there initially by Danao Masemi, and unable to hold on to it. But now Dudu Gwaza in possession. Algeria through Zahiri, passes it off to the number 11 Davia Samati, and falls to Nabia Mahimda, and she was out of bounds, so South Africa will have the foot in. Kila Bokhele Moeng finds Danao Masemi. She crosses over the halfway line. Finds Dudu Gwaza to Moeng, but good defensive work there by Yamina Gould. Mandisa Mkongo tries to stop the progress of Jamila Kimgani, and the wayward pass by Kimgani is unable to be controlled there, and they lose possession. Substitution, South Africa. Onto the court will come Miska Kamaldeen, as well as the number 10 Eviwe Ngoni, and off goes Museme, as well as Dudu Gwaza. Moeng will bring it up. What can she do for the Cecil Amawila girls? Turns the ball over, and Linda Boseli will foul the number 12 Zahiri, and that is Boseli's fourth foul. That's her fourth foul, and Algeria 44 plays South Africa's 23 with 28 seconds left here in this third quarter. Algeria edging ever closer now to retaining their African title as Zahiri spins and puts a shot up, doesn't drop her, and Moeng putting in some great work here in this final, picks up the rebound. Miska Kamaldeen back to Moeng as she finds some space for herself, finds Mkunga, and Mkunga draws the foul out of Nebia Mahimda. Timeout called by the Algerians, and South Africa still with this 21-point deficit. They need to claw back, and that is actually the end of the quarter, so we'll be back shortly with the final quarter. And from the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. she makes something count here? Shot rebounds off, and the Algerian number 11 there is Davia Samati, unable to pick up the rebound, and South Africa will pick up possession once more. Miska Kamaldeen will be in possession now. She will look to set up something. She shoots. The rebound falls to Vaseli. Can she clean it up? She can't, but rebound will go out of bounds, and the last touch there by Jamila Kimgani, and South Africa back on the attack, trying to keep themselves within 20 points of this Algerian side. And Vaseli's pass unable to find Maweng, and now Algeria will bring it away. Yamina Gul plays it towards the number 12 Zahiri, and Linda Buseli unable to anticipate it. Nebia Mahimda will play it through to Zahiri, and she will not miss from there. Algeria 48, South Africa 23. So Algeria starting to pull away here, maintain a 25-point advantage, and we have just under 8 minutes to play here in the women's final of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualifiers, coming to you from Durban in South Africa. Maweng unable to make that count, and it's picked up by Jamila Kimgani, who launches the ball across the court to Nebia Mahimda, and she is fouled. She is fouled by Eviwe Ngoni, and the referee Aya Ahmed from Egypt indicates that that was an unsportsmanlike foul. So Mahimda will go to the line for 2 shots, and Algeria will pick up the possession at the half court. So her first attempt is missed, and the normal contact on a player when they go up for the shot is just known as a personal foul, and when the referees deem the foul to be a bit too aggressive, or the team foul basically on purpose and not by accident, the play will be stopped, and they will call an unsportsmanlike foul. So the difference between the two is that the personal foul will only result in 2 free throws if the player was going to put up the shot, and they would get an inbound if the no shot was up, and with the unsportsmanlike foul, the teams will get 2 shots, and they will also pick up possession. So in the meantime, Algeria will try to extend their lead now. Number 9 for South Africa is Lungile Ndlela, and she's having some issues with her strapping, but that'll give coach James Ntwetwa the time to call for a timeout, and he'll want to have a word with the Amawila girls so that they can try and get back into this game. So 7 minutes 15 left of this women's final. Algeria lead South Africa by 48 points to 23. Navia Mahimda inbounds it to the number 5, Nawal Kadir, and first opportunity for Kadir in this final, and she had an impressive game yesterday, and has to put up the shot as the shot clock was at 2, and rebound picked up by Zahiri, and South Africa in danger of letting this game get away with him. Maweng works away into the key, unable to get the shot up, plays it to Congo, but picked up by Kadir. Maweng for South Africa. Plays it to Ndile Ndlela. Ndlela to Dudu Mzileni, and can Mzileni make one count for South Africa? Doesn't drop for her, and out come the Algerians to Zahiri. Pass by Zahiri towards Navia Mahimda is wayward, and South Africa will call on the number 10, Aviwe Ngoni, to come on, and Mandisa Nkongo will go off. Dudu Mzileni now to Ndlela. Ndlela to Ngoni to Mzileni. Mzileni tries to find Maweng, but she's unable to do so, and good work there by Aviwe Ngoni, but once again the Algerians strip the South Africans of possession, and they will launch a counter-attack, and Navia Mahimda unable to convert that fast break, and Maweng, unsportsmanlike foul called on the South African number 9, Bungili Ndlela, so the Algerians will go to the line for 2, and will pick up the possession at the half court. First attempt is successful. Second shot doesn't drop, but Algeria will maintain possession and have a 28-point lead. Substitution South Africa. On comes Miska Kamaldeen and Dudu Gwaza. Off goes Ndlela and Mzileni. Mahimda plays it in to Kadir. Kadir working there, good defensive work there by the South African girls, putting the Algerians under pressure, and Yamina Gul almost manages to get past Dudu Gwaza, and ball rebounds off Gwaza, and Algeria will have the put in. Kadir to Zahiri. Zahiri unable to convert, pick up her own rebound though, and plays in Kadir, and rebound falls to Aviwe Ngoni. Can Dudu Gwaza mount something here for the South African girls? And the possession is lost by Dudu Gwaza as her chair tips over, and South Africa struggling to get out of their half at the moment. Substitution for Algeria, and they will swap 5 for 5, so all the current players on the court will be replaced by the bench. All right, number 13 for Algeria in possession is Kaira Zahiri. 2. Bublal. Bublal puts up the shot, doesn't drop. Viwe Ngoni picks it up and hands it over to Maweng. Maweng battling to get it out, finds Dudu Gwaza. Gwaza checks her chair, passes it to Kamaldeen. Kamaldeen trying to find position to put up a shot. She does. Doesn't drop. Picked up though by Maweng, and foul is called by Aya Ahmed, the Egyptian referee, on the number 7 there, Hafida Beladef. South Africa will inbound with Maweng. She plays it to Dudu Gwaza. Gwaza unable to convert, and the ball falls kindly to Iviwe Ngoni, to Maweng now. Bosele converts, and at last South Africa gets some points on the board. 25 South Africa, 51 Algeria. And we have less than 4 minutes to play in this 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualification game, coming to you here from the Tongaat Sports Centre in Durban, South Africa. Algeria unable to get the shot up in time, and the shot clock buzzer goes, so South Africa now with possession. Maweng for South Africa will look to bring it up. Finds Dudu Gwaza. Msemi plays it to Vasile, but the pass is wayward, and Maweng's unable to retrieve the ball, and Algeria will bring it in from just inside their own half. Ball to Hafida Belhadef, and she picks up possession and sends it back to Zahara Selami. Selami puts up the shot, doesn't drop, rebound, Dudu Gwaza. Gwaza still in possession, tries to find Maweng, back to Vasile, she puts the shot up, doesn't drop, rebound taken there by Bublal. And Algeria now, with 2 minutes 34, will look to extend their lead here, and Selami unable to convert. Basili though doesn't look where she's passing, and the big number 15 Bublal makes her pay for her error. So 28-point advantage here for this powerful Algerian side, and they are on their way now to claiming the 2017 Continental Championships, as they will be crowned champions of Africa once again after winning the title in 2015. Algeria 53, South Africa 25. Can South Africa prevent them from taking a 30-point advantage? And the ball is tipped out by Bublal, and South Africa will have another attempt at it. Maweng for South Africa finds Boseli. She manages to pick it up and finds Danao Msemi now. Dudu Gwaza finds Bosele. 3 on the shot clock. Has to put it up, it doesn't drop, and 24-second shot clock violation, and Algeria with 1 minute and 8 seconds to play will bring this ball up slowly, and just now seconds away from being crowned African champions. Bublal drives into the key, foul on the number 11 for South Africa, Dudu Gwaza. Number 13 is Zohara Selami. Finds the number 10, Halimana Kajuni. .24 shot clock violation, and South Africa now with 36 seconds will try and keep the deficit to under the 30-point mark. So Viwe Ngoni finds Moeng. Moeng drives in, is fouled by number 10 for Algeria, Halima Kajun. Right, so Moeng will go to the line and see if she can put some more points on the board for the South African Cecil Amawila girls. The shot is wayward, and with 27 seconds left to play here in this final, 25 for South Africa, 53 for Algeria, and the Algerians will pick it up with Boblal to Selami, and the number 8 in possession is Fatima Bouzidi. Dana Masimi ends up on the floor, and Ralph Reynolds, the assistant coach for South Africa, helps her up. Boblal for the Algerians, and she will bounce the ball and keep possession, and Algeria are the 2017 African champions, and wild celebrations from the Algerians, and they celebrate their title, and they have booked their tickets to the 2018 World Championships for men and women in Hamburg next year, and a well-deserved victory for the Algerians. They were definitely the dominant team in the women's division, and a great effort though by the South African Sasol Amawila girls. They put up a good performance, and despite falling to a 28-point defeat, the South African Amawila girls can hold their heads up high. They tried their best for their home country here, and a big shout out to the girls from the Sasol Amawila boys, as well as the coaching staff of James Ntetwa, Ralph Reynolds, Fahima Beckles, and Tombi Ntumbela. But again, an absolute powerhouse performance by the Algerian girls, and of course to our friends all over Algeria, we would like to wish you hearty congratulations, and you can rest assured that the rest of Africa will be behind you 100% as you represent this continent in the 2018 the World Championships, as the Algerian girls go across and receive a warm reception from the local South African fans, and that's great to see. And the Moroccan men's team there also giving them a congratulations. Great scenes here coming from the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre, and now the two teams embrace each other. So to wrap it up here from Durban, Jerry Smith, your commentator, and Algeria clinch the women's title here in Durban at the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualification, defeating the Sasol Amawila girls 53-25. And we'll be right back in a few minutes time with the grand finale, the men's final, the North African derby between the two North African giants, Morocco and Algeria. And welcome back here to the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre as one of our sponsors here from BlackRock Security about to hand over a wheelchair to a deserving young lady from a local school here, and she is being handed a wheelchair by one of our sponsors. So a fantastic gesture here by our sponsor BlackRock Security. They've gone out and bought a deserving young lady a brand new wheelchair, and she is very shy, of course. And shame, the young lady's name is Nasipo, and she has been able to try and say a few words. Over to so great effort here from BlackRock Security, and a very big shout out to BlackRock Security for their partnership in this particular tournament. And speaking to their marketing director earlier in the week, he indicated that they have plans to potentially get more involved in the partnership with the disabled sport, and specifically a wheelchair basketball. So holding thumbs, we get more support here from the corporate sector. All right, so in the meantime, we will let the players warm up, and we will be back to bring you the action here from Durban in the next few minutes.